proper rankings. So now watch what happens with P1 traffic machine. We just take the primary keyword, so this is the most important keyword for entire site, and we have here two options, either to generate the site automatically or do a manual configuration. And this is done with a reason, because there are people that want to use this incredible software to create super powerful websites that will literally dominate entire niche and will just bring crazy amount of traffic and make ton of money. But there are other people that just build sites for hobby or something like that, and for them we created this to be very, very simple. So all you have to do is just provide one keyword, you click this generate my site button, and everything happens automatically. P1 traffic machine goes out to research keywords, it finds the most relevant silo structure keywords, it builds the entire silo structure for the site, including navigations, including the keyword optimizations, everything, and it will just present a ready-made site with content, with everything else. And before, I forgot to show you, but we actually didn't have any posts, any pages, any categories on this site. And now I will generate all of that from scratch. So literally, it does it in under 2 minutes for almost any keyword you can imagine. So now it's done with the generation, and soon you will see the silo management screen. This is where it is, and now as you can see, it created 4 silos. There's the homepage primary keyword, which is going to be a root domain, and then we have the silos with generated content right inside them, right? And as you can see, I didn't have any categories or any posts, nothing, right? And I just refresh the page, and there are categories perfectly created based on the structure, right? There is no post at this point. I just click one button, and you can see the post right here, 27 posts generated. The same with pages, no pages. I just click the refresh button and you will see the pages. And as you can see, it's generated 1 minute ago, so I'm not lying at all. So what you can see here is basically the silo structure, and you have here plenty of different options. So for example, organizing your home, let's say you want to change the label for this, right? You can open this and just say, okay, I want to use this keyword here, but instead of using your, I will just use organizing home, right? And I click save changes, that's done, and you will see the outcome on the navigation. The same here, free organizing ideas, you can just use, for example, organizing ideas, right, for the label. And I'll show you that in a moment where it shows up. The same here, office organizing tips, just office organizing. For example, where to start organizing your home, you can, again, optimize it however you want. What is good here that you can add additional keywords, you can delete the keywords if you don't want to, and when you do that, they actually remove the posts that were generated before. So if I refresh this now, there should be one less post. As you can see, instead of 27, there's 26. So that happened automatically. What we can also do, we can say, okay, I want to generate for this silo, I want to generate more keywords. I just press this button, it's going out, find some keywords, and as you can see, we have more keywords right here, right? Now, what's good about this all is that you can obviously optimize it as you want. You can delete this and you can add your own silos. So however you want to do it, you can absolutely do it. Now, another thing that I want to show you is actually when we go to the site itself. So let's just go to the site itself. One of the best parts of this system is that we have a perfectly organized silo structure. And what I mean by that is that this is a homepage where we see 4 links to each of the silos. But when we click on the silo, we have the navigation changing dynamically. So previously, what you would have normally is the same navigation over and over again. But if you keep the same navigation, it's not actually a silo structure, right? Because it just doesn't isolate the content from everything else, right? Whereas here, you can absolutely isolate everything and you can have an individual silo with links to the post within the silo. And as you can see, with every time I click this, it changes, right? It absolutely changes. So that's very, very powerful. And when we click this home link, we just go to the home page, and again, we have just 4 silos on the top. So this is a super optimized silo structure for the best SEO rankings possible when it comes to on-page optimization. This is incredible. It just works every single time. Now let's go back to P1 Traffic Machine and let me show you around. Another incredible thing is content layout. And this basically allows you to create a layout of content that is unique and specific to your site. So right now we have a couple of content sources here. We are adding more. So on the launch day, we will actually have a couple of more. But you can basically do however you want. You can delete them, you can rearrange them, you can put, for example, monetization on the top, you can put YouTube video, for example, on the top, you can delete an image if you want to, you can update if you want less Yahoo answers, for example, right? You can, for example, update YouTube video, whether you want to include description or not, right? And monetization, I will show you, that's incredible. You can basically select a section for monetization, and that section is going to be used in this particular place. So when we talk about monetization, let's just go there and let me show you how it works. It's amazing. So you have 5 sections for monetization, which basically means that you can put 5 different sections on page with monetization, and each section can have multiple different monetization elements. So there is always something different showing up on the page. So let me show you this. Let's say under monetization 1, we want to add a variation of monetization. So we can absolutely do that. We just click to edit this, it opens this screen, and let's say we go to Amazon and we want to grab some kind of the code from Amazon, just for an example. We can put it in here, we can click Save Changes, we click Done, and it's done. From that moment forward, you have the one variation created. Then you can add another one, right? You can add another one, you can click Edit, again, add some different code, and so on and so forth. And this way, you basically achieve that when you put here in content layout, you put the monetization here, you choose which section you want to use, and then each time there will be different variation showing up. And that's just super incredible. You don't need to install additional plugins or configure something additionally. Everything happens from within P1 Traffic Machine. Then we have a curation module, and that's just incredible. So all you have to do here is just enable the updates, the curation updates here. You enable the frequency, so how often you want to post it, every day, whether every other day. You can choose when you want to start it. For example, maybe I want to start only next week, and that's about it. You click Save Changes, and now from that moment forward, you have automatic curation, automatic updates. And believe me, under P1 Traffic Machine is everything I have ever learned about SEO, and I have done this for over 4 years now. So there is a lot of serious things happening behind the scenes, but we wanted to make P1 Traffic Machine as simple as possible. So absolutely anybody can do it. Anybody can build a site. Anybody can get results with P1 Traffic Machine. Now there is a bunch of other features, but it would take me a lot of time to explain them. But what I want to show you, the final thing, is this configuration screen. So as you can see here, we basically need to add just 2 APIs, which is just Bing API and Pixabay API. But that's not the most important thing I want to show you. I want to show you here these 2 elements, publishing mode and reset button. Publishing mode basically means this, that if you don't want that the content that is generated by P1 Traffic Machine is automatically published, you can enable the draft mode, and every single post, whether it comes from curation, whether it comes from site manager, they will be automatically put it in a draft mode. And this is important if somebody is building a serious website and they want to make sure that every single piece of content that is published on the site is super quality. That's the best thing to do. You just enable the draft mode and you are done. Another thing that you can do, you can basically reset entire silo structure with push of a button. So all you have to do to delete everything, post, pages, categories, everything, is just to click this reset button and your entire site will start from zero. And this is very important before you launch your website. So when you start to play with P1 Traffic Machine, it's very important you build it something automatic, and then you see that, okay, I'm going to do this manually, or I'm going to do this in a draft mode. Let me just do that way, so you can just delete everything and start from scratch. Another thing which I don't want to forget to mention is that once the site is generated, you can absolutely go inside and edit anything here. Absolutely anything, right? You can absolutely anything edit here. You can remove it and just simply update this post, as you would normally do. There is no problem whatsoever. If you want to put something differently, if you want to change text, or you want to delete entire text altogether and just put something else there, you are absolutely allowed to do it. It will not affect entire site management one bit. So everything will be still managed under P1 Traffic Machine, under one single screen. Add new silo like this, for example, and it will automatically be added to the silo list. You can add additional keywords, you can add additional content, whatever you want. You go here, you generate the content keywords either manually or you just press the button and it will generate unique keywords. And what's important that every single part here will consist of unique keywords. There will be no repeat keywords inside of the silo structure, which is very, very important to get really good results. So that's basically it when it comes to P1 Traffic Machine overview. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some